EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go. Week 1 takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Out now comes Russell Wilson in season number 9, six-time Pro Bowler, as he gets set to lead this Seahawks offense.
Whenever you think about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson has played at the quarterback spot. Hasn't just been a game manager. Last year, over 4,100 yards passing, the second most in his career. 31 touchdown passes and took care of the ball as well because he threw just 5 interceptions. If you need to open things up, Russell Wilson can get it done.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. He'll check that down to Carson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Here now the first carry is a Falcon for the man coming home to Georgia, Todd Gurley. Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
17 yards.
What a great rookie campaign in 2019 for DK Metcalf, who came in with high expectations, was actually upset that he went in the 2nd round, not the 1st round, but quickly proved everyone wrong who didn't take him prior. 900 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns, and looks exactly like a Seattle Seahawks receiver is supposed to look. Big, strong, physical, and catches all the contested passes downfield.
He finds Dorsett. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Nabbed that one on Dwayne Brown. 1st round pick back in 08. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Complete.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Metcalf once again the target, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Buying time to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dorsett making the catch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To Philip Dorsett. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Falcons' 16-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and 2. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
They'll take over.
And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. A give to Hyde out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
We remind you lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium, and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's going to fire one deep over the... And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Kuna Ford on the stop. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd down.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley.
30-yard line.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Julio Jones has averaged 90 receiving yards per game every season since 2013. And when you factor in that every game plan calls for them double and triple covering him, yet he's still putting up those kind of numbers, that tells you the excellence of Julio Jones.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
21-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense. But when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now Gino on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Hyde on the draw. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
First and 10.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
To throw on second and 6. Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At the 18-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
9-yard line.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
First down.
Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
On 2nd and 9. Ryan.
9-yard line.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Seahawks.
First down, a run with Hyde. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Hyde. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
He's brought down by Deion Jones.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Again, they run with Gurley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Sets up
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
23-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Smith on 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A gain of
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Gurley again here on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And down inside the 15 he goes. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. From the 13 now they work on 1st and 10. Ryan to throw. Shakes off the sack. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
touchdown, Falcons.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty's not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, is actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Dorsett's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of 10.
Throwing again is Smith.
First down.
Fighting through, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw is Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And they take a knee.
Ryan on the keeper.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Atlanta, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile,